A massive fire destroys much of Northern California, leaving many students afraid they won't have homes to return to.
On Monday, Cal Poly students celebrated Indigenous Peoples Day in the University Union.
And later, the next text message you receive could save your life.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Mustang News. I'm Hannah Benson.
And I'm Rachel Showalter. Welcome back. Wildfires continue to blaze across Northern California's wine country. At least 23 people have been killed from the fires, and 285 people are still reported missing as of Wednesday night. An estimated 170,000 acres and 3,500 structures have been burned, ranking the fire as one of the most destructive in state history. Mandatory evacuations have forced thousands out of their homes, some of these homes belonging to Cal Poly families. One student woke up to a phone call from his mom telling him that his family's home was in the fire's path.
It's on the valley part, and I'm like right at the base of the hill, so it's like one vineyard and then our vineyard and my house. So it's like taking out, it's on that vineyard right now. So 50 friends who just like lost their houses and everything. So it's like for me, I still have my house, my vineyard, my family's okay.
Governor Jerry Brown declared a state of emergency for Santa Rosa, Sonoma, and Yuba counties. If you are interested in helping, ASI is hosting a toiletry drive in support of the fire victims. Drop off items by tomorrow, Friday, October 13th at 12 p.m. at the ASI Student Government Office.
On Monday, October 9th, ASI, the American Indian Student Association, and MECHA hosted an event in the University Union Plaza to celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day. The festivities included speeches from ASI President Riley Nelson and ASI Secretary of Inclusivity and Diversity Nimra Aslam and Chumash Tribe Chair Mona Tucker. The local Aztec dance group also performed a series of dances, which Nuri Baltarez hoped would spur more cultural awareness of Indigenous peoples in California.
And I think it's just that cultural awareness piece and letting people know that our culture is still alive, it's not dead.
I mean, they've been here for like how we were hearing from a lot of our speakers for thousands of years, and I think it's important to acknowledge that this is their home.
The event allows students to experience Indigenous Peoples Day right here on campus. To learn more about Indigenous people or students, you can visit the American Indian Student Association, AISA, and MECHA on Cal Poly's website.
When a campus-wide emergency takes place, officials spring into action. Mustang News' Joe DeAnda tells us part of their plan that helps keep the campus safe and informed.
The so-called Poly fire erupted in the hills above the Cal Poly campus on September 26th. Emergency officials were busy trying to keep the community safe. As firefighters rushed to the scene by land and by air, Cal Poly emergency officials needed to inform the campus of what was taking place. And as Chief of University Police George Hughes explained, that's where the PolyAlert system came into play.
So the purpose of PolyAlert is a couple different purposes. One, and first and foremost, is to inform our campus community when there is an emergency on campus or some type of crisis situation that could be threatening the campus or our community. We obviously can use that to get information out as quickly as possible to try to inform the campus community so they can take safety precautions.
The PolyAlert comes in the form of a text message to your phone and an email to your campus web address. Freshman Dijon Stuckey told us he was in class when he received his first PolyAlert.
My phone starts going off and I'm just like, what is that on my phone? So I check my phone and it's a PolyAlert saying that it was a fire by like the dorms and everybody had to evacuate and we had to stay in mod.
The program aims at warning individuals on campus with emergency directives and other important information when time is of the essence.
The first message was very, short and to the point. That system that we use for the text message that comes out is a little bit limited in characters.
It's a very helpful resource, and I think it can help a lot of kids, especially kids like now who just aren't in class and just chilling. Like, it's very helpful.
On the Cal Poly campus, Joe DeAnda, Mustang News.
Chief Hughes wants to remind all students and staff to update their Poly profile with current contact information like cell phone numbers and service providers when they change. You can head to mustangnews.net for more information.
Many senior citizens lack adequate nutrition and social company. Rachel found out how one program is addressing these issues.
The Senior Nutrition Program delivers 550 free hot meals every day to people 60 years and older. The kitchen staff start prepping the meals a day ahead. The food is meant to provide the seniors with adequate nutrition, so each meal has the necessary vitamins and food groups. But everyone involved in the program agrees it's not all about the food.
I mean, we're helping to keep people in their homes longer, keep people independent longer, providing people, I mean, in the congregate dining rooms, we're providing people with a social outlet that wouldn't exist otherwise. So it's not even just the lunch, it's a daily wellness check. It's a daily human contact that is for somebody that might otherwise just be shut in alone.
I had one senior come and say she couldn't afford to buy the vegetables and fruits that we serve. And she was real grateful and thankful for the salads and the different things we serve.
Many of the staff see this program as personally rewarding and as an opportunity to give back.
They look forward to this, you know, they're very excited when you pull up with food and they're waiting, and it's really a neat feeling to experience it.
And I had extra time on my hands, and I like to reach out to my community, and this came available, and I thought, oh, I could do that.
For many seniors, the meals offer convenience.
So every day, and I love it because I'm sick of cooking, tired of cooking, worn out from cooking. And I don't have a car, so I can't go shopping. And then living alone, you can waste an awful lot of food.
For Mustang News, I'm Rachel Showalter.
The Senior Nutrition Program is always looking for volunteers. If you're interested in getting involved, you can go to www.meals@connect.org for more information. And after the break,
I'll be back with today's weather.
I have that quality. He's the one who always takes me fishing.
I watch golf with him.
I watch him cook because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Weather than
it's on.
Hi, I'm Megan Albee, and today I have your weather update. So we're kind of looking at a fall day. The high today is 78 with a low of 51. Moving into the week, we start out on Friday with a high of 80, kind of building throughout the week. However, we have a low pressure system coming in, which is giving us these low lows of 50, which could bring in frost. Coming up for North County, we have the high of 80, but as you see again, we have the lows in the 30s and 50s down to San Luis Obispo. So cover up your plants if you're looking out for frost. And with South County, we have the highs of 70s, kind of feeling out the fall weather. It's going to be very windy this week, so make sure to wear your jackets. If you're heading out to the beaches, perfect weather to bring your kites. It's going to be great. Going down into south part of the county, it's still pretty cold, so make sure to just bundle up. We're looking for this fall weather. Grab your hot chocolate. All right, now to sports with McKenna.
Kickers often don't get as much credit as other football positions.
Reporters Sawyer Milam and Megan Healy were able to see their sports in action with some trick shots.
We enjoy each other's company.
We probably spend more time with each other than our families at this point, so we've become pretty good friends.
Yeah.
And we like to have a good time on the sidelines, so we don't think anything should ever be taken too seriously.
You gotta be loose out there. You can't go in there like oh man, if I miss this, I'm screwed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you kind of just gotta go in there like, you know what, it's not the end of the world if I miss this, but and usually when you do that,
yeah, it usually goes much better. If you're ever thinking about kicking a ball or doing anything with kicking, I say you should go do it. It's as easy as everyone. You just swing your leg and it goes in. So, I mean, they'll pay you good money to do it. So I would recommend everyone should try it. It's rough because we're winless so far, but I mean, we're just trying to do our jobs and help contribute to a win whenever we can.
The team has a bye this weekend and will take on Weber State at home next week on Saturday, October 21st. This Saturday, Cal Poly has 3 games. First, the Cal Poly men's basketball team kicks off their season with the annual Green versus Gold intra-squad scrimmage at 4:30 p.m. at Mott Gym. Then the Cal Poly women's volleyball team goes for their 12th straight win on the road against UC Santa Barbara at 5 p.m. And then a few hours later, the men's soccer team will also play at UC Santa Barbara. This will be the first leg of the green-blue rivalry, the biggest rivalry in college soccer. The game kicks off at 7 p.m. And that's all we have for Cal Poly Sports today. We'll be back right after the break.
American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America in your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
A volunteer event called Hometown Heroes is happening this fall. It lets undergraduate Cal Poly students visit their high school to represent Cal Poly. The volunteer program is in hope to increase diversity on campus by sending underrepresented Cal Poly students back to their high schools.
Hometown Heroes is important because there are millions of students in this country who the only college representative that they'll see, or they won't even see a college representative, the only representative they'll see their entire year at their high school is someone, for the military or like a for-profit vocational school, and they don't get a single college rep from even a 2-year or 4-year school that visits their high school.
Okay. Hometown Heroes is an event program that students can volunteer to help bring diversity to campus. That is all the time we have for news today. Thanks for joining us on Mustang News. You can log on to mustangnews.net for more coverage. I'm Hannah Benson.
And I'm Rachel Showalter. Hannah, what are your weekend plans?
What are my weekend plans? Well, after hearing about the nice weather we're having from Megan, hopefully they're gonna involve being outdoors. I heard the UCSB soccer game is this weekend, right, in Santa Barbara?
Oh, really? That's exciting. I'm sure a lot of people are going to head out to that if that's happening.
Yeah. I think the game here is next week, is something like that.
Thank you for joining us. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.